I decided I was going to add a trail camera to my camera equipment. I went out and got from Walmart their top of the line one, $88. This is the Wildgame Innovations Mirage Pro Lightsout 32 megapixel. Takes this SD card. Unlike my GoPro, it takes a micro SD card. This is the larger card. It just has 4 little buttons in the front. One turns it on, plus or minus, and then a enter button. But it does take 8 AA batteries. So it's not too big. I've seen some out there that are bigger. And a big long strap to go around a tree. Now the first time I went to set this thing up, I didn't have any bait. I just set it up on a trail. I saw where there's some game trails coming up out of a stream. Since I didn't get anything the first day with the trail camera, I decided I was going to bait the location. And it's post deer season, so I can bait. It's not going to be an issue. I'm not going to interfere with some hunters' little spot where we're set up. So I went back to Walmart. I bought 2 different baits. One was a salt block type thing, and the other one was a bag. It looks like it's a ground up bourbon barrel with some corn. And when I set up the camera that time, however, I had the camera up too high up a tree. So when I went back 2 days later, the barrel kind of bait was gone. It had all been eaten up. My camera was too high up in the air, so I didn't get anything filmed. The block of salt was still there though. A couple days later, I cooked a rotisserie chicken and had a lot of juices. So I mixed it in with some dog food and took that out there and set it up. Went back about 2 days later and nothing had been around. So now I'm starting to think that I'm not going to get anything. So I went back to Walmart again. And this time I got a brick of like a peanut butter thing. PB&J it said. Grape flavored, whatever. So I broke that and crumbled it up around the spot. So what you'll see in this video is up towards the upper left side of the screen is where the dog food was. You can see where the mineral block is, and to the left of the mineral block is where the original bourbon barrel corn mixture thing was placed. And then sprinkled around to the right of the mineral block was the peanut butter stuff. So what you're going to see in this video is a bunch of deer. As best I can tell, it was a total of 5 different does and 1 buck. I believe it's probably the same possum multiple times. It's at least 2 different raccoons, right? One of the raccoons you'll see has a bit of a curved tail, kind of a crink in it. You also see a coyote. I think that's everything, right? I almost forgot. It also captured a mouse. In fact, one of the scenes, there's a mouse in the background. It actually startled the deer, and the deer ran off because of a little mouse. The other things that I could have potentially have seen, because I know we're in this area, this is what we have. There could have been a skunk, but I didn't see any skunks in this one. And people have been catching bobcats. Now that's what I was hoping I was catch a bobcat, but I didn't get a bobcat. And the only other thing that I could have potentially had then was a flock of turkeys. Now, when I went down there to set the camera up the first day, as I was leaving the woods, maybe about 500 yards away, was a flock of about 11 turkeys, but I didn't get any turkeys with the few days that this thing was set up. So in this video segment you're about to see, you're going to see about a 4-day period and what I captured with the camera. And it's going to be daytime and nighttime. And there's timestamps at the bottom right side of the camera so you can see the time period that the camera captured these animals that came to the bait station. What I'm hoping to do in the future then, wherever I travel and camp and spend more than a day, I'm going to try and set up the camera wherever I'm at and see what I can capture. Had I had trail camera when I went to the Alaska, there's one campground I was at, had a grizzly bear that had been stalking around the perimeter of the campground. And I saw it that morning when I left, but by the time I pulled my camera up, it had bolted and it was gone. But if I had a trail camera and set up on the perimeter of the campground, you never know, I might have been able to grab a grizzly bear with the trail camera. The Mirage Pro Lightsout can do both videos and pictures. The video's at 720. It can do a 16 gigabyte SD card, or it can do a 32 gigabyte SD card. So we'll have to see what kind of performance we get out of this. But I think it did okay for both daylight and nighttime. It does have some limitations when the animals got too close to the camera. It got a little blurry. So it works a little better if the animals are about 12 to 15 feet away. The one thing that would be nice for the camera to have is if it could do audio. Not that there would be a whole lot, just be a little rustling of the leaves, but I think that would be pretty neat. But it's only $88. And at Walmart, they have about 12 different types of trail cameras. And this is the upper end, pretty much the top end that you can get at Walmart for just $88. So I bought some baits for the trail camera from Wildgame Innovators, apple crushed salt block, I'm guessing. We'll give this a try, see if it pulls anything in. And this was only $7 at Walmart as well. Got some corn. I'm guessing there's some bourbon barrel chewed up in there as well. Who knows? Got a bunch of different minerals in it. So let's see if we can track something in with the 2 different baits I've got.